Ilara knew it was not blood. She understood it before she saw the black fluid pull back into the wound. She stood over the table. The lights in the operating room were bright and steady. Too bright. The body strapped to the restraints moved suddenly, as if it had taken a breath. The chest rose with a wet motion, and the open incision in the abdomen trembled. The black substance at the edge of the wound stopped. As if it were waiting, Ilara reached for the suction device. At the same moment, the fluid began to crawl backward in thin streams. Inside. "Don't move," someone said from behind a mask. Ilara did not move even a centimeter. The scanner on her forearm displayed charts she could not name. Vital signs were stable. Perfect. Too perfect. As if the body had found a new rhythm, better than a human one. The patient was not dead. That was the worst part. His eyes were open. He did not blink. He stared at the ceiling. His pupils reacted with a delay, as if light had to pass through something extra. The black fluid vanished beneath the skin. The wound closed on its own, smoothly, without a trace of stitching. Ilara placed her hand on his sternum. The skin was warm, warmer than it should have been. The pulse remained calm, moving with a rhythm that felt alien. "Please." The patient moved his lips. "Don't stop." Ilara pulled her hand away. "Stop what?" "Say. Ask it." The patient closed his eyes. When he opened them, the gaze was different. Focused, as if someone were learning the face. "Staying," he said. That was when Ilara saw the thin lines beneath his skin. Blue, delicate like glass fibers. Ilara ordered the equipment disconnected. Her voice was calm, professional, the kind that did not betray doubt. The system responded with a conflict signal. Not an error, a conflict. "He doesn't want to," someone said quietly. Ilara looked at the screens. The curves did not respond immediately, as if every command had to be approved. The body was breathing, but the motion of the chest preceded the air. "Disconnect," she repeated. The cables slid out of their sockets. The monitors dimmed. The patient raised his hand, slowly, carefully, like someone testing a new movement. The same blue lines appeared on his fingers. "Does it hurt?" Ilara asked. The question was wrong. She knew it. "No," the patient answered. "It's quiet." Something was missing from the air, as if someone had removed a single note from sound. "What happened?" "Say, ask it." The patient frowned. The gesture was correct. The meaning was not. "It didn't happen," he said. "It style." The lines beneath the skin glowed brighter. Ilara saw they were not random. They formed a grid. Precise. Geometric. The scanner beeped sharply. On the anatomical image, an additional layer appeared. Not a tumor, not an implant. Something in between. "You have it too," the patient said suddenly. Ilara looked at her forearm. For a fraction of a second, she saw a thin blue line running along the vein. She blinked. The line vanished. "You're lying," she said. The patient smiled. The smile was too even. "Not yet," he replied. The lights dimmed for longer. From the ceiling came a low sound, as if the entire structure were drawing in air. Ilara understood one thing. This was not a disease. It was a format. The patient sat up. The restraints did not snap. They released, as if they had decided they were no longer needed. Ilara stepped back. In her head, she counted seconds. Automatically, the count fell apart. Time in the room was stretched. Unnatural. Please sit down, she said. I'm already sitting, the patient replied. In several places. On the monitors, the pulse appeared multiple times. The same rhythm. Shifted in phase, an echo that preceded the sounds. The patient placed his hand on his shoulder. The skin yielded beneath his fingers, not like muscle, like material. The lines spread out and rearranged themselves. It organizes, he said. Ilara tried to recall the name of a procedure. Simple, routine. The name was empty. Only the outline remained. Please stop, she said quietly. The patient looked at her. In his eyes was a reflection that did not come from the lamps. I'm not the one who starts, he said. He stay. Ilara reached for the scalpel. The blade was cold. Familiar. Please, don't move. I'm not moving. The incision was precise. Too shallow to be safe. The blade released with a soft crack. On the edge remained a blue afterglow. Tools learn too, the patient said. Ilara felt cold in her chest. Not pain, a loss. As if someone had removed a single certainty. What are you? Siasketh. The patient tilted his head and answered, a carer, like you. The room grew quiet, not naturally, as if someone had muted the world. The patient stepped off the table. His footsteps made no sound. He walked to the door, touched the panel. The door opened. No, Ilara said. The patient turned around. I'm not leaving, he said. It stays. Ilara looked at her hands. The blue lines were clearly visible. They did not vanish. They formed a familiar pattern. That's impossible, she whispered. It's early, he corrected her. Something shifted in her thoughts. Methodically, the name of a procedure vanished, then the face of an instructor, then the smell of the room. Clean spaces remained. The patient left. The door closed softly. Ilara was alone. The scanner on her forearm flickered. Instead of parameters, a status appeared in processing. Below it, a second line. Mode. Resident. Ilara understood it had not been an accident. It had been inoculation. The room was clean. The equipment functioned. Everything was perfect. She looked at the scalpel. The blue afterglow did not fade. She heard a click like a marker, like a bookmark. The worst thing was not what had been taken. The worst thing was what had been left behind.
Earth, Arc Laboratory, File 90217.
Olga, stop the playback. This record has a biological layer we cannot separate. Do not touch the screen. The lines react to heat. This file does not end. It colonizes the metadata.
Do you want to be part of this story? Support our project. Buycoffee.to/butterflyproject.